in my personal opinion, not beating Liverpool is a missed opportunity. The reason why I say it's a missed opportunity, yeah, is because basically Liverpool are in a bad run of form. What West Ham typically don't do is take advantage of teams' bad forms when it's usually a team that they don't beat anyway, but they're going through like a rough patch. West Ham never really take that opportunity to also be the guy to pile on. We don't do that. When Man City were terrible last year, we still failed to beat them. We still got absolutely battered by them away from home. And Man City won the edge. They were very beatable at their ground last year. See, when they beat us at our ground, um, in the last season under Lopetegui, I still thought they had it in them to go and do another season. But obviously things happened. Rodri got injured, and they seem to be very one-dimensional without Rodri. So it is what it is. I feel like in the past times where even I've seen Arsenal when they were finishing eighth and stuff, we bottled a 3-0 lead to them and drew 3-3. We lost to them at the Emirates, even though they just won the FA Cup and that was the start of the season. Nobody thought Arsenal was going to do bits, apart from Arsenal fans. And they were delusional for thinking that. It was just Aubameyang and vibes. And even then, Aubameyang after the contract, it felt like something was iffy there. But we failed to beat them at the time. Every time Manchester United have been on a dodgy run of form, we've never really seemed to beat them at Old Trafford until last year, funny enough, which somehow Amorim lost to Graham Potter, two terrorists just battling each other. Al Qaeda versus Jihadi John, prime settings. I don't know how we sacked our manager before them, but fuck it. Like, this is a kind of mad to me. But under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, under Ralph Rangnick, when we was directly competing with Manchester United, we still failed to beat them. So against Liverpool, they are on a terrible run of form. They even lost at Anfield to Nottingham Forest 3-0. They have lost to Galatasaray. They got battered by PSV. There is no excuse for West Ham United to not take advantage. I am not trying to hear a single West Ham fan talk to me about, well, it's Liverpool. I take a draw. Fuck off. The reason why I'm saying this is because every time we're going into the new week now, people are growing more and more confidence over Nuno Espirito Santo. All I've been hearing is about Nuno's record against Arne Slot. Have we just forgotten that? I get it was only a draw against Bournemouth. Did anyone realize how we drew against Bournemouth? We was 2-0 up. So I'm not trying to hear a single excuse. Because do I trust West Ham to get over the line against Bournemouth? Hell to the fuck no, do I? I do not trust West Ham United one bit to get over the line. I don't trust them one bit. It is fucking terrible how we don't take opportunities. We don't take advantage of certain teams when they're in bad form. So this needs to change today, tomorrow, whenever it is. Like, just change that shit. Change that shit tomorrow, because if Nottingham Forest can beat them and they've got a recent new manager, then we can beat them at our ground with a recent new manager. I'm not trying to hear a single excuse about, but what did you expect to beat Liverpool? Forest did the exact same thing and overtook us by doing that. So let's not be around the bush here. Forest aren't that good. They've got their new manager bounce, but they're not that good. So can we fucking please just take advantage? Now, I think we should keep it simple. I think if Nuno has got any balls about him, he's not going 5 in the back, no matter how many attackers we have available. I get, but we want an attacker available off the bench. Call a youngster up then. We've got youngsters that are there. We've got Marshall, we've got Ajalo, we've got Earthy. If you want options off the bench and Somerville still injured, play Guilherme. Go 4-2-3-1. Get Paquetá back in the side. Potts, Paquetá, Fernandes. Get that midfield back. Callum Wilson up front. Bowen and Guilherme as the wingers. Back four needs to be fucking Igor and not Kilman. You know, Igor didn't have the greatest game either. Kilman needs to actually just hold bench for a bit. Nuno's not going to do that because he has his favourites. So cool. Even if you do that, Wan-Bissaka, Diouf, Todibo, cool. Areola obviously keeps his place in goal. Amazing performance last week. Same with Todibo. So if we are as simple as that, and we actually take the game to them a bit, if we approach the game the same way we did against Newcastle, where we were a little bit conservative at times, but we did press them, then cool, I can slightly see us maybe getting a positive result. Even though against Newcastle, I still think our off-the-ball shape was a bit off. We was giving the ball too much down the left-hand side. We're just very lucky that Gordon has been fucking awful this season. So when I'm really looking at West Ham United, I'm looking at it as a no excuse thing. Nuno Espirito Santo got Nottingham Forest that beats Liverpool 1-0 last season at Anfield. I do not remember what the result was at the City ground. Do I care? No. But right now, our home record has been way better than it obviously has been because we won 2 games in a row. We won 2 games in a row at our home ground. We are 3 unbeaten. But if it really is a thing of like Nuno is showing form at West Ham, and it really is like the 3 unbeaten's really a good reflection of where West Ham are right now, then there should be no excuse to not beat Liverpool tomorrow. So if people go at me for being pissed off and criticizing the manager and criticizing the players tomorrow, if we don't win tomorrow, I'll be real. Either unsubscribe for the YouTube channel or just fuck off. I'm simple as that. I do not give a fuck. Okay, I do not care. The reason why I'm so agitated already before the game has even started is because I know the excuses that some people in my chat, in the comments, and the shit that I'm going to see online about beating Liverpool after these are the same people that hyped up Nuno Espirito Santo and basically said that we could beat Liverpool this weekend are going to make the excuses. They're going to turn over very quick. So I'm not trying to hear a single excuse from about anything to do with this game, if I'm being so honest. If I'm being so real. Because when it comes to Liverpool, their best players aren't performing. Van Dijk isn't performing and Salah isn't performing. These are 2 players that have shown that they are world class and they have performed year in, year out. Konate has been terrible, but because they've got no other options, they are still going to play him. Their midfield has no balance whatsoever. Verts is injured, or Gakpo, I think they're both injured or something like that. Even if they're back, they haven't shown their best. Gakpo hasn't been that bad, but Verts hasn't been good. He hasn't settled in well. But I also do think, like I've said many times before, it's mainly on Arne Slot and the manager. Arne Slot seems to be too content with the fact that he is a Liverpool manager, judging of his quotes. We need to be the guy that's going to put the final nail in the coffin, in Arne Slot's coffin. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think we're going to lose. I think this is going to be the game where Liverpool have that one odd game where they revive themselves, just like they did at home to Aston Villa, and West Ham go back into their shell, and we're right back into the relegation battle, like very deep in, even though Leeds, Wolves, and Burnley are probably worse than us. I don't know what the Brentford-Burnley score is right now because I have no idea. I'm watching Bournemouth, Sunderland. But at the same time, it shouldn't matter what other teams are doing. It shouldn't. Leeds are in a mess. Daniel Farker, all of that. Wolves are in a mess. Rob Edwards is going to take them down. They've still got 2 points. Burnley are just... Scott Parker has shown once again, he isn't good enough, like I've been telling people for a long, long time, but they're not going to sack him anytime soon. Especially after losing to Chelsea, because nobody expected Burnley to beat Chelsea, so they're going to use that as a thing. Like, we're not going to sack Scott Parker, even though I think he shouldn't have had a Premier League job, to be honest with you. But another manager that is about to be sacked is Arne Slot, because like I said, he looks too complacent with having the Liverpool job. He looks like a fish out of water when it comes to pressure. I'm going to be so real with you. If we don't put a final nail in the coffin, then it's a failure, it's a missed opportunity, because this run is difficult. And everyone's like, well, we don't see where the points are coming from. But usually when you look at a Premier League team and you're like, where's the point coming from? They always find something out of the blue. I didn't think we were going to win against Burnley or Newcastle. I didn't. And we should be beating Burnley. But I didn't think we was going to beat Newcastle. We ain't beaten Newcastle since 2018 and we did that. So can we do that again, please, with Liverpool? Because we've got Old Trafford as well just after that. Despite winning last year, I'm not confident in going to Old Trafford. I'm never confident going to Old Trafford because they've still shown that they can turn over the odd win. They lost their 10 men, so it'd be even more embarrassing to not get 6 points. I believe we should be getting 6 points out of these red cartel teams. But given the record that we have, we've got Villa and City coming up. I think we're going to lose to both of them, definitely. We should, but it should be way more of an opportunity to go get 6 points against Liverpool and Manchester United than it is Man City and Aston Villa. Something you probably wouldn't have imagined hearing 15 years ago. But in my opinion, Liverpool and Man United are very beatable. Very, very beatable. And I think there's no excuse, to be honest. This is going to be the big fixture pile-up. We're probably going to see what our squad is truly capable of. And Sunderland have just scored against Bournemouth. Fucking hell. But listen, people, make sure to smash the likes and subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you guys think and tell me how wrong I am, which you probably will. And yeah, I'll chat to you guys in a bit. Take care and peace. We're live at 10.